How's it going, everybody? We're back once again after far, far too long for some more Let's Drink Final Fantasy Awesome. And let me give you an overview of what I've done since the last episode, off screen for your convenience, if you will. Obviously, you can see I got some levels. I actually spent probably about an hour, a little less, about an hour doing some actual leveling. I did also, obviously in that time, gain a lot of money. So I actually left the final dungeon, went outside to the Hummingway Cave, bought myself up to 99 cabins, which I've used one since, and you'll see here, I bought all the elixirs I could afford, which turned out to be 25 of them. So, I'll probably never use that many of them, but hey, you know, elixirs. What are you going to do? So, what we're going to do today, you can see I'm in a different save point than when we left off. I have taken the plunge, I've taken the path over to the Crystal Sword, where the wyvern waits, and we're going to try to take him on. I did a test run, and I killed him, but I had some luck on my side when I did. God damn it, are you seriously going to try to make me waste resources before I take this guy on? Seriously, you really think that's going to happen? Alright, come on now. Now, I did get, as I said, I got some luck when I took this guy on in a test run. Cecil actually completely dodged the Mega Nuke that he opens the battle with, so that was pretty cool. So anyway, he is protecting the Crystal Sword on behalf of Zemus. He opens the battle with a Mega Nuke. You pretty much can't escape it. Boom. And this time Cecil didn't dodge it, but he didn't take that much damage either. Alright, now, here's the gimmick of this battle. He's going to cast Wall on himself. And he's going to bounce Nuke off of himself at us. I'm going to see, if you cast Bahamut on him, by the way, he counters it with Mega Nuke, so don't cast Bahamut on him. I played around with casting Titan on him in my test run, and it did about 1500, so let's see. This does more, so we're going to go with Leviathan. Oh, okay, he counters Leviathan with Mega Nuke as well, but Rydia dodged it, so, okay. Alright. So you'll see now he bounces Nuke off of himself. And it, I guess, targeted Kane or missed or something. Anyway, let's get Rosa back to life here, since I apparently shouldn't be using Leviathan on him either. Alright, so now he bounces Nuke off. You see it hit Cecil and doesn't kill him. Just barely, but it doesn't kill him. Now Titan is safe. Titan I cast on him earlier and he did not counter it with a Mega Flare. But Rydia is dead now anyway, so boom. Alright. What I'm going to do, we need to get some hit points for everybody so they can survive a nuke. Alright. And then now Rosa can start bringing the others back to life so that they can take part in this affair. Alright, hits Kane. He's alright though. He's still up. And I'm going to be saving right after this, so I might as well go right with life too, right? Get him some hit points. He heals himself. Okay, he didn't survive that long in my previous fight, so I forgot that he does that. But that's okay, that's like one hit worth. Yeah, see? So, not that big of a problem. Alright, he replenishes his wall, and he's going to start nuking us again. Hits good old Edge. Edge is still up. Bring back Rydia. Why not? It doesn't hurt anything to have her around. She'll get some experience. Oh, Eddie's dead before Rydia even got brought back. Okay, so that worked out pretty well. 16,000 experience. Cecil gains a level. And now we get the Crystal Sword. Boom. Beautiful weapon. It is the best weapon for Cecil in the game. That's probably pretty obvious. So you'll see here he's got the Excalibur, giving him 192 attack power. Boom, up to 233. Oh, crap. And 8 defense. Look at that. Ah. So he is completely crystalled out. Oh, I did, by the way, I switched Righty over to the black shirt upon the advice that wearing the heroine shirt, or whatever you want to call it, actually diminishes her magic power, because it nerfs her intelligence stat, or her wisdom stat, as they call it in this game. So, yeah. Alright, we're going to go back and use another cabin, so let's just get everyone some hit points, just in case we get jumped on the way back, right? I mean, we got jumped by a blue dragon on the way in, and also I missed the door there. So, yeah. Alright. So we'll use one of our, now, multitudes of cabins. It's good to have multitudes. I was kind of disgusted with myself coming in here. I only had 16 cabins. Do you realize that? You may have realized that because, you know, you've watched the previous video. So we're going to save. Boom. It took about, obviously, as I said, I spent a little bit of time leveling. It took about 30 minutes for me to leave, buy some stuff, and come back. So I probably spent maybe 45 minutes to an hour actually doing leveling. I basically... 2 of them? I don't really want to fight 2 of them. Are you going to let me run? No? Okay, fine. I mean, it probably would let me run, but fuck it. Let's just kill him. And immediately you can see the immense damage that Cecil is outputting. Rosa has learned all of her spells now. You can see she's got good old white, as they call holy in this version. Now, these guys don't actually do anything but cast count on you, as they call Doom in this version, so, you know, if someone does die from getting counted out, look at that damage, by the way. That's impressive stuff. So Kane's gonna die right here. See if he gets into the air before he dies. I don't think he will. No, he's dead. But we can just use a life potion on him. And Rose is gonna die here. Yep, she's dead. Cecil's dead. Righty gets her count reset. So that's fun. We'll bring the others back to life. And do a little more Bahamut summoning. Basically, if you don't mind the fact that your characters are going to be at low hit points after the battle, there's pretty much no risk in fighting these guys, the Fatal Eyes, as they're called. As long as you heal up after the battle and keep everyone revived during it, then you're pretty much safe. And you'll see he even reset Righty's count there, because their targeting is pretty random, so, you know. It should probably die after Rosa casts white, so... Oh, it even died before that, so... Everybody survives to the end, get a bunch of money, another 16,000 experience. I pretty much leveled until I wasn't getting levels like every other fight. That's a good, I guess you could call it a litmus test of the game kind of informing you that, by the way, you are not leveled enough for the area that you are in. Oh, I just wasted 9 magic points. That's okay. So Righty and Edge were the only ones that didn't die during that battle. Good for them. I did pick up a protect ring or bracelet or whatever they call it on the way to the crystal sword, so that was off screen. I have given that now to Rosa. You'll see she has that. Okay. Just so you know. I want to make sure that I show you everything that does take place, or at least inform you of it, one way or the other. Just one Fatal Eye, so pretty much free experience, because they're not going to cause any damage. And there's no reason not to take them on. I don't... Yeah. No reason not to take them on, honestly. As long as you don't mind either spending the magic points to kill them quickly, or spending the life potions to bring people back as they die. I mean, you're at no real risk as long as you are not stupid. Look at the damage from white, though. Wow. I don't use it that much. I generally have Rosa in a healing capacity, obviously. But, hey, look at the damage. It speaks for itself right there. Get the hell out of there. I don't want to take them on right now. I don't feel like it. There's no point. And you can see... Here's where we walk across the invisible pathway. Sorry. Up and around this way. Okay. So what I'm going to do now that is taken care of, that we got the crystal sword, we're going to come back here to our original save point. And we're going to have a little bit of fun here. We're going to take on the guardian of the Lance of White. The Plague, I think he is called. The Plague, yes, Plague. Who casts Count on everybody. He casts it on all of us. And there's two ways you can take him on, alright? You can either do a damage race, where you just try to take him out before you die, or you can kill one of your party members and bring them back, and they won't have the doom anymore. So the first time here, I'm going to try taking them on just straight up. I'm just going to try and kill him deader than dead before I die. Okay? So let's see if we can do this. And I don't know. I might be high enough level to do it, and I might not. I honestly, when Visimdarf, the man Benoit, when he said, hey, you can actually just, if someone dies, you bring them back, and they don't have the counter anymore. Honestly, I can't believe it, but I never thought of that. I can't believe I never thought of that, but I never did. So let's see here if we can kill him in a damage race, or if we're going to be killing somebody off, bringing them back, and playing it that way. Because honestly, every time I've ever killed this guy, I killed him in a damage race. I probably usually... Oh, okay, there we go. Boom. Killed him in a damage race. I'm high enough level. Okay. Only 6,000 experience, but Rosa gained a level anyway. So, hey. Cool. And now Kain gets the white spear. So he's going to replace the Gungnir spear with that. And you can see he loses some defense, but he goes up to 136 attack. And that is a holy element weapon. So any undead we take on, like the defossil, and those guys are screwed. Alright, and because we have so many cabins, I'm going to use another one. I probably could get away with just using a tent, huh? But, you know what? That's not how I'm going to play it. That's not how I'm going to play it at all. Okay, so we're going to save one more time. I'm not even going to save on the same slot. That's how confident I am this is going to work out. Alright. And, oh, we got a fight. Just a King Ryu. No worries. What we're going to do next, we already took out the fucking Lunar Dragons, so... man. We're going to go on into the Lunar Subterranean. I don't know how it's spelled. We're going to look at it in just a second here. And we're going to take on Ogopogo. Oh, I can basically kill this guy for free. You'll see here. He gets a little bit of damage in on Edge, but otherwise... Look at that. Quad 9 damage from Cecil because he's got the Crystal Sword now. And then Edge takes him out. There would have been another Quad 9 damage coming from Kain. Whichever one of them hits first pretty much finishes that dude off. Because they both got Holy Element weapons now. And you other fuckers don't compare. So we're going to take on Ogopogo to try to get, I think, what does he guard? The Masamune? I'm pretty sure. We're going to have some fun with it. First, we got a red dragon. So let's take on a red dragon. This is one of the enemies, obviously, that I did some grinding with upon. I grinded on this guy. Heat Ray, boom. Doesn't do much damage once you do damage to him. I probably could have had Rosa do like a Cure 2 or something, but yeah, no, fuck it. This Ice 3 is going to take him out. So there we go. Easy 10,000 experience. Kane gains a level, and Edge gains a level. Basically, at this point, everybody needs, you know, 60, 70,000 experience to level, okay? Cecil's midway between. So the easy thing to do is, you know, you fight 5 or 6 battles and, oh, hey, I'll level for somebody. I could use Cure 2 actually and get some more. And I'm paranoid down here, and Cecil's got a good amount of magic points now, so heal him to full. Alright, now a behemoth. Might as well take him out too. I don't think you can run from any of these anyway, so boom. You'll see you do a lot of damage to him. And basically all I do with these guys is Kane, Cecil, and Edge take them out. Rosa and Rydia sit back. If Rosa needs to do healing, she'll do some healing. But right now everybody's good on hit points. And look at all the damage Cecil does now. Look at all the damage that Cecil does now. It is incredible. Absolutely amazing. So we'll give Edge a Cure 2. Because he does take a good beat. Oh, okay. Well, he's dead anyway. Man, you remember. I'm sure you guys remember. Because I know I remember. I'm having Rosa do the healing. Beach is going to be mad. Sorry, dude. I'm not even... No, dude, I'm not even mad at you. I get it. It makes sense. Have Cecil do the healing. Why the hell not? You know? You right. When you right, you right. You right. Alright, a red dragon. Oh, 1 damage to Kane. Oh, snap. Kane is screwed now, kids. Alright, let's get the Ice 3 working. Because once that Ice 3 hits, it's all over. Look at that. Did all that before the Heat Ray even came through. We'll give Edge a Cure 2. Edge takes a little more damage than the rest. He is of a fragile nature, but that's okay. Boom, Ice 3 dead. Rydia gets a level. Rydia has got almost all of her spells now, by the way. I'll show you here. She's got everything but Meteo. Everything but the Meteo. Well, and technically she also does not have Imp, Mage, I think they call it, or Bomb summons, but, you know, screw that, who cares. So when I finished my leveling, it was at the point where Rydia was level 49. She did get up to level 50 in the time that it took me to get back down to this point of the dungeon. Yeah. Alright, so let's take on Ogopogo. See if we can kill the master of the big wave. And since we didn't get hurt anymore on the way here, spend a couple more magic points from Cecil just to top everyone off on hit points. You know, why not? We got a dangerous, dangerous beast to take on here. Because we want to get, as he calls it, the Blade of Black. Here he comes. Well, we took out the Wyvern, so I ain't scared of you, Ogopogo, and your big wave. Big wave. Alright, well, maybe I should have been a little bit scared of your big wave. God damn, dude. It's alright, though. Let's just Bahamut him. Why not? We got it on lock. Give us a little Cure 4 action there, Rosa. Because we got a ways to go. Get everyone ready for the next big wave. I could throw some stuff with Edge, but honestly, not gonna. Save it for the final battle. 7,000 from Bahamut. Counters it with the Blaze. Doesn't do all that much damage. Alright, let's get Kane up into the air. Honestly, Cure 3 is probably good enough, right? Keep going with the Bahamut. Let's see here. Yeah, that works. It doesn't really get Cecil to full, but he's got more hit points than most of the others anyway. So, big wave. But only a single big wave, so. It's the double big wave that really screws your lunch. And believe me, you do not want some dude coming around screwing your lunch. Yeah, he does counter Bahamut with Blaze, but as you can see, it doesn't do all that much damage. And Rosa can Cure 4 all the bad news away. Look at that. Oh, yeah. Don't do much damage to Kane because he's in the back row. I keep him in the back row because he jumps all the time. And with his great armor, he basically takes almost no physical damage. It's just the way I do things. Alright. Boom. Ogopogo down. 12,000 experience. Cecil gains a level. And Edge gets his ultimate weapon. The Masamune. Alright. So let's equip Edge up. He had the Murasame. So we're going to replace that with the Masamune. And then replace his longsword with the Murasame. Edge gets up to 174 attack power. That's more than Kane. But nowhere near as much as goddamn Cecil. Alright. How are we doing on the hit points? Let's have Cecil top everyone off before we go back up and save one last time. Because you know what we're going to do now? Well, I'll tell you what we're going to do now. We're going for it. We're going to try to end the game. We're going to try to end the game tonight. First, we got to take on a behemoth. That's alright. You know how Vince McMahon pronounces behemoth? He says Bohemoth. Sorry, I've been, if you don't know about my side projects, I've been watching WWF Monday Night Raw from the very beginning, and let me tell you, when Vince McMahon talks about a man named Yokozuna, and he calls him Bohemoth every single time, I gotta tell you, it's pretty funny. I get a kick out of the way he says behemoth. Because it's behemoth. It's not Bohemoth. Okay? You know it. I know it. The American people know it. Thank you. Alright. Oh. As you can see, because of the leveling that has occurred, our turn order is just out of whack. People are going willy-nilly. People are going all over the place. That's okay, though. That's okay. So let's keep everyone healed up, because that is the pinnacle of shit, is to be in the middle of a session of leveling or going for it all. Going for the game winner and get just killed off. Just get brutally murdered on the way. Nobody wants that. I don't want that. You don't want that. Maybe you want that because maybe I'm weird when I die. I don't know. Do you know? I don't die that often, but I bet you know that when it happens, I'm a crazy son of a bitch. Yeah, you know. Everybody knows. Oh, man. Getting jumped by some Ryus of the King and the Ging sort. That's alright, though. That's alright. I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you. Not by a long shot. Defossil. Kill it for free. You can see, normally, I could have had righty attack there. It wouldn't really. Look at the damage. Edge jumps up by about 1,500 damage. But you can see, it even curses somebody this time. God damn, people. You're just, I'm mad at you. Okay? Normally Kane is the first person to go in my party, but because of where the leveling stands, Edge's speed right now is better, and it throws everybody off. It throws everybody off. I don't really like it. So hopefully by the time I get down to Zeramis, I'll have fought enough weird things that there'll have been enough levels gotten that Kane is back where he belongs in front of the order. Because I don't know, I get into a routine, you know, because I'm human, you're human, we're all human. If you're not listening to this and you're listening to this and you're not human, I don't even know what to tell you. All right? I don't know at all what to tell you. What I am going to do is I'm going to save the game right here. Boom. Saved it. Okay. Now it's time. Maybe this is it. Maybe tonight's the night. Maybe tonight is unexpectedly the grand finale of Let's Drink Final Fantasy Awesome. I don't know. You don't know. None of us know. All I know is there's way too many King Ryus and Ging Ryus on this floor for me to take, for me to stomach, for you to stomach, for it. Oh my God almighty, this encounter rate. But it is a defossil. I'll kill it. I will kill it dead. Edge gets hit. That's alright. Edge can get hit all he wants. It doesn't upset me for Edge to get hit. The curse, you know, if the curse hits, it goes away after the fight, so I guess it doesn't really bother me that much. It's just silly. It's just silly is all it is. Alright. We'll, get Edge his hit points back. Why not? Alright. Oh my God, seriously, like 2 steps. 2 steps, man. I want to give a shout out. I want to give a shout out to the version of Cam Studio that I've been using now, because not only does it oh wow, look at this. Oh, big hit on Rydia. That's all right. Not only does this version of Cam Studio allow for much greater latitude in terms of recording sizes of the area that I record, because it lets me just say, hey, I want to record this window. Boom. Instead of having to like set the size specifically, which is, it's awesome. It's really great. Not only that, but also it has now a status thing where instead of just saying how long I've been recording, it also says what the size of the file is. Now, you might remember way back on the original Night 2 of the first Let's Drink Final Fantasy, I let it record way too long, and it lost the file because the file was too big. And so ever since I've been a wiser individual, I've split my recordings up so that it functions correctly and doesn't, lose files. But now it actually tells me what the current file size is as I'm recording. So I know, okay, hey, wait, I'm approaching 2 gigs where it's going to lose the file, and I can stop the recording here and start a new file so that I have the whole thing. So that's great. That is a tremendous, tremendous asset to me, personally. Because it means less individual files to get one episode done. Yeah. So anyway, behemoths, you know them. They counter every physical attack with an attack. If you cast certain spells on them, there's an edge gain levels. If you cast certain spells on them, then they counter with, I think it's called Maelstrom. Cecil. I think it's called Maelstrom. It weakens everybody. Or it might be called Storm in this version. I honestly don't remember. But I'm sure if you've ever played this game, you've seen it. Oh, man. My vision is all blurry right now. Alright. So do I bother with the treasure chest? Yeah, I bother with the treasure chest. Do I take on another behemoth? Of course I take on another behemoth. Honestly, behemoths just cost magic healing after the fight. You know what I mean? Like, when you first encounter them in the Bahamut cave on the moon, you know, they're trouble, they're danger. But at this point, they're not. They're really not. They're just another enemy. Which, since every enemy here in the lunar subterranean area, here in the core, since they all get the boss music, I guess they really are just another enemy. It just so happens that they happen to be a boss. Look at that. Even Righty doesn't take all that much damage. And, yep, dead. Boom. Kane gets a level, so hopefully now he'll start going first in battles again. Because, really annoying otherwise. I'm getting a lot of levels even just walking through here. Which isn't really that much of a surprise because, I mean, you know, each enemy gives 10,000 experience approximately, give or take. And there's an elixir. So I probably will never actually get any use out of that. It's alright. Will I get this treasure chest? Sure, why not? It's a whistle. Whistle's called the big chocobo, or the fat chocobo if you don't know. I'm sure I've probably explained that before. But if I haven't, now you know. I don't use the fat chocobo that much. A ninja star for edge. There was also a ninja star for edge on the first floor of this area that I got off screen. Ooh, 2 behemoths in one fight. Now this is interesting. You don't get that often. I'm still not going to have any trouble with them. But one of them will actually get like a turn of its own, which is, you know, pretty rare with these guys. Their actual turns are very few and far between. They typically do just a physical attack. It's about the same strength, obviously, as well as the counters that they do. So, but I don't think I'll kill both of them before the second one gets an attack on me. Although, let's face it, that would be incredibly badass of me. No, there you go. Oh, that's the counter. Never mind. Wow. I hit the guy. He does the counter, and I go, oh, that's not the counter. Oh. Man, oh man. So this is going to get me a good 22,000 experience, which is pretty great. Let's target a Cure 2 right on edge. It'll give him back about 1,000. Yep. Oh, why did I have Righty attack? That was really dumb. Yep. And... oh, it got its normal attack. Did 36 damage. I don't know why I had Righty attack. That was just... that was beyond stupid. It's okay, though. It's dead now anyway. Look at that. 23,000 experience. Righty gains a level. She does not know Meteo. I mean, barring something really weird happening, she's not gonna learn Meteo in this playthrough. You don't really need Meteo, obviously. Which I find kind of weird. Now that we're here at the end, let me just say, I find it really weird that Meteo is not actually something that you particularly need. Because, I mean, all that for a fucking ninja star. Because Meteo, I mean, the game is based around... like, half the game is based around Meteo. Okay, an Evil Mask. I haven't run into one of these on this go-through. This is how Evil Masks work. They cast Wall on themselves, then they cast Wall on all of you. And then what they do is they cast spells on themselves and then bounce at you. So they cast White, and they cast Nuke, and they cast Bio. Actually, Virus in this version, which is a great spell, has the awesome sound effect. Yeah. And then right at the point where the wall on you wears off, he casts Cure 3 on all of your people to try to bounce it back to himself. But it's too late, it doesn't work, because wall's already worn off. It's really weird how the timing on that works. Anyway, it's not long for this world because I spent 2 casts of Bahamut on it. Usually I only do 1 and then finish it off with attacks from there. I just really felt like taking this guy out. Because as you can see, she's still got all... Right, he's still almost got 300 magic points. And we get healed to full going into the final battle anyway, so... You know, why not use what you're going to use here at the end? Get your kicks in while you can. Alright. Okay. The breath. Which, this guy, all he does, you will remember, all he does is peep at you. Find that you have no weak points. Like, he doesn't counter anything. He doesn't, like, attack. You can just hit him until he dies. So I'm not going to waste arrows with Rosa. I'm not going to waste magic points with anybody. I'm just going to hit him until he dies. And luckily, it will now take less time for him to die than it did on my previous run down here in the bottom. In the last episode, you'll remember when I died at Zeramus. So yeah. This is a pretty straightforward fight. There is not really anything to it. I understand the theory behind the fight, you know, that this is like a spy for, at the time, Zemus, because he's not dead and Zeramus yet. But, I mean, honestly, I don't really get the point beyond just the thematic reason for the fight. You know, that's all there is to it. Except this guy does have a lot of hit points, so he does take a while. Also, it's nice to know that none of my people have any weak points. I wonder if you had, you know, like the fire armor and the ice armor earlier in the game, where you wear it and it makes you strong against one element but weak against the other. I wonder if you wear that here, if it says that you're weak to that element. I don't think I have any of that stuff anymore, so I can't, like, test it now. But it's something to think about. Somebody out there, I'm sure, has probably figured this out and has tested this, but it's not me, and I haven't read their report. And I really hope I don't have to fight too many of these. Can you even run from these? I don't even know. I don't think you can. Yeah, okay. Finally dead. Oh, me. Okay. It's 12,000 experience for nothing, though, so, I mean, I guess you can't really be that mad at it. Can you run? Let me see if you can run. And... no, I guess not. Alright. Let's spend another 5 minutes killing this guy. So, those of you that have been following along, if you've watched my previous run of Final Fantasy, or if you follow along with the Solo Thief, or you watched The Legend of Zelda, you know, whatever. If you've seen anything else that I've done, maybe you've said, oh, okay, what's this idiot going to do after this game? Because whether it is tonight or whether I have to do more leveling in order to kill Zeramus, I don't think I should have to, though. What's this idiot going to do next? Well, I've talked about this previously on the Final Fantasy board on GameFAQs in the thread that I set up there for this, but if you don't follow that, if you don't care to follow that, fine. You know, I don't begrudge you. But what I'm planning to do is pretty much go through the Final Fantasy games in the order that I played them. So I did Final Fantasy, and now this is Final Fantasy Awesome. And so what Final Fantasy game did I play next? Well, what do you think? That's right. Mystic Quest. I'm going to let that sink in. Mystic Quest. Oh, yeah. The little dummy game, the little crazy tutorial on how to play an RPG. I played it. And I'm going to play it again. And if you want, you can watch me play it. If you don't want, you don't have to. You're not going to upset me one way or the other. But I figure, let's be authentic. Let's do this my way and take the games on as I took them on. And so that means, hey, Mystic Quest is up next. Okay, here's a mind. They actually attack. Can't really but as you can see, okay, crap. And you really don't want to have to deal with charmed people. Alright, yeah, as you can see there. Kane does get his one charmed attack off. Edge gets one more off. They have very high physical defense, as you can see. But not so high magic defense. Couple Bahamuts, and they're done. Wraps that up. Rosa gets a level. Edge gets one more level. And you'll see I'm still getting levels fairly frequently just by fighting the regular battles down here. Just not, like, I was literally getting levels, like, there would be someone leveling either, like, every fight or every second or third fight for a while. Which is as I said, the test that I used to determine when I was done leveling is when that stopped happening. Alright, so here we are. Here we are. Let's see. Let's see what happens. So obviously we've got the big cutscene to go through. You saw the cutscene last time, so I'm not going to really go into a whole lot of detail on what's going on right now. We'll talk a little about the future, in case I actually do win this time. Mystic Quest, as I said, is up next. After that will be Final Fantasy VI, the Final Fantasy III on the Super NES version. And then, well, then I'm going to have to figure out an easy way to record PlayStation games, because Final Fantasy VII will be after that. Oh, yeah. 7, man. 7. I don't hate it. I don't like it all that much, but I don't hate it. So we'll get to go through that one, and we'll have a lot of fun, I think, because there's a lot good and bad about that game. Like, there are things about that game that are great. There are things about that game that are terrible. And we'll get to experience all of that together. So here we are. Zemus is dead. Everybody thinks the final battle's over. Fusuya's surprised that we're even here. Like, we're an afterthought to him. Oh, you're here. And of course, Cecil is, kind of a whiny little emo bastard at this point. Zemus turns into Zeramus. Everybody doesn't even notice. He's the hatred. He zaps everybody. I just love the phrase, death only increased his hatred. Yep. Well, there you go. And of course, nothing can hurt him now. I'm sorry, I mean, we've watched this cutscene before together. I guess if I was going to be really nice, I could edit this out. I mean, I know how. I just... eh. Besides, if I really do beat it here, then I wouldn't really want to edit it out because it's the last sequence of the game. You know, it's epic. It's awesome. It's Final Fantasy awesome. So, everybody is holed up in Mysidia, praying, or I'm sorry, wishing, because we have to make sure we censor things like the word prayer. So together, the Elder Palom and Porum send everyone's wishes to us. We get, obviously, the best music that happens in any Final Fantasy game playing. Because who doesn't love the fucking prologue? I like how there's just these two clerics from Teroia there. Like, everyone else there is somebody, you know? Like, even Cid's assistants, you know, you go through the whole game and they're always there. They help you out. They put the hook on the Enterprise for you. The Elder calls to the moon to grant their wish. And I guess, you know, the power of wishing, the power of prayer, it actually works. So he goes over to Golbez. Golbez gives him the crystal. And here we go. Cecil swears he will destroy Zeramus. And now everyone appears bit by bit to make it possible, to make it happen. Palom and Porum, they're there. They bring back everybody. Everybody's alive again, and a cowboy. Edward and the one dead guy to show up, Tella. Like, Edward, do your best. It's okay, though. If you fail, you did your best. That's gonna bring, gets Rosa and Rydia back to full health. I guess Edward was a ladies' man after all. Here's good old Cid and Yang. Concentrate, Germany, says Yang. Cid implores us, hold on to it, never doubt it, don't make a move without it. That's going to get Kane and Edge back to full. And then, of course, here in the end, good old Golbez and Fusoya. Eventually, yep, there they are. Bless him, Moon. Oh, yeah. I like how the Moon is this, like, all-powerful entity in the Final Fantasy awesome world. Golbez, you know, let your sacred power be with the crystal. Boom. I guess that's all we really needed to know. Zeramis! I love the line. Zeramis, it's the end. Like, it's just, like, it's such a crazy, weird line. Alright, so Zeramis is doing his thing. There's not really any point in doing anything before using the crystal. You could conceivably put some buffs on people. But as you see, Shell and Protect aren't in this version, so you can't really protect against magic. You could conceivably haste people. Or, I'm sorry. You could fast people. But Zeramis uses the black hole attack that gets rid of everybody's stuff, so not gonna bother. We're just gonna get right into it. We're gonna use the crystal. And here we go. Now we move into the final battle. We get some great music. And we'll throw the spoon at him. Oh! See, I needed to parry one more time. God damn it. Oh well. It seems silly to use it beforehand, so we'll just start fasting people anyway. We'll open up with Bahamut. Yeah, use your virus. It doesn't do that much. Alright, now we're going to throw Excalibur at him. And I mean, pretty much, you're just in, you know, go all out mode. Just in case he big bangs right now. No, okay, well, everyone will be at full anyway, and I probably won't run out of magic points anyway. And if I do, I have 38 elixirs, so screw off, everybody. Throw the Gungnir spear at him. Now he'll use virus again. Oh, nuke, okay. Directly on Edge's face. Yeah, okay, there's our first big bang. Let's see if anyone, Edge will probably die. Oh, look at that. It did a lot more damage the last time I was fighting him, didn't it? Alright, well, we'll keep throwing shit. I guess this is kind of be trivial if that's all Big Bang's gonna do to me. I'm sorry. Honestly, I'm usually a higher level when I fight him than this. Like, just, I usually level until I get Meteo because I like having Meteo. Oh well. Sorry. I guess the point is to see the victory anyway, not the... Alright, well, he's going to counter this. Yeah, virus again. And Rosa's got some Kieran ready for us. We can all enjoy the music together. He should Big Bang here again in a minute. See what the Drain Sword does damage-wise when we chuck it. Yeah, not a whole lot. Okay, here's another Big Bang. Okay, that did more Big Bang-ish damage. Alright. I feel a little better now, because that first one was kind of sad, honestly. Like, I didn't feel like I was fighting Zeramis. Oh well. Sorry. Yeah, hits us with the virus. Canal jump. Alright, here's Black Hole. This erases people's buffs. So the fast that I put on Edge is gone now. And honestly, the Ninja Stars are doing more than some of the little weapons that I could have thrown are. So just keep chucking those. They do more than Edge's attack does, certainly. I mean, those are the last of the Ninja Stars. That got pretty good damage on Cecil there, so let's cure him up some. Just in time for everyone to get virus. That's okay, though. It'll still heal Cecil pretty good, at least. Oh, he didn't counter it that time. That's weird. Maybe I'm out of that phase of the battle now. He does have some phases. Like when he starts to get really close to dead. Oh, I'm almost out of stuff to throw. When he starts to get really close to dead... Oh! Well, normally when he gets really close to dead, he starts throwing Meteo at you. But Cecil just straight up murdered him. So I'll take that. I'll take that hardcore. And so will all of you. Oh, very nice. Very, very, very nice. So that, my friends, is Final Fantasy awesome. Okay. I can see from the file size that I am going to have to split one last file off here. Hopefully only one last file off here to cover the ending. It's still going to be in this episode. But give me one sec here. It's pretty fortunate that that this was the end because I'm kind of sobering up. So yeah, I'm not really gonna be concerned all that much that I'm not all that drunk for the ending itself. Yeah, I'm not gonna go get anything else to drink. We're just gonna go through the ending now together as friends. You know, I think all of us, me, you, anybody that watches this, I don't know. We're a team, all of us. You know, we come together to enjoy these games. Because I'm going to do games that I enjoy, you know, one way or the other. I'm not going to force myself into being one of those people that... I like how Fusoya... Okay, look, Fusoya, he's like, oh, well done. Really? I don't know. Edge just takes the compliment, you know. Like, oh, obviously we're better. We're great. So there is, of course, the concern, you know. Zerima say, you know, I'm around whenever there's evil in people. And, you know, Fusoya says, hey, you know, it's true. There's good, there's evil. Do what you do. And I guess the message of the game is that all it takes for evil to win is for good men to do nothing. Because once Cecil started doing stuff, that's when evil got beat. Yeah. Edge pretends he knows what's going on, waves to us. Righty gets one last good shot in. And, you know, Edge is Edge. Edge being Edge. Fusoya will return to the rest of the Lunarians who are taking their siesta. And Golbez basically admits, hey, look, if I go back to Earth, people are gonna think of me as a monster because I wrecked everybody's shit. Just straight up wrecked it. Okay, well, you know. I mean, it's interesting. Golbez, I mean, as soon as he's not under Zemus's control anymore, he is a stand-up guy. Like, his first thing is, I'm gonna go kill Zemus because he is totally evil. He apologizes to Cecil over and over again. You know, he admits, he knows, he's done horrible things. Not strictly his fault, really, but he admits, you know, I was horrible to you. I understand that you hate me. It's a good twist, or not necessarily a twist. It's an exception to the way this gets played a lot of times. You know, a lot of times, mind control guy, after getting freed, is like, oh, none of that was my fault. So everybody's basically telling Cecil, you know, look, this guy's your brother. Whether you like him or not, he is. Say what you're going to say. One last chance. And he goes up, you know. Calls Golbez brother. One last time. And they share a moment. And now we go into the ending, and pretty much this is on autopilot now, I think. I'm going to set the controller down. If I need to push A to advance any dialogue boxes, I will. But I think pretty much now we are in full-on end-of-the-game mode. And you can see the planets circling the sun, the 2 moons circling the Earth. And there's a lot going on now. I'm going to lean back here and watch. Got the microphone. We get the Mysidian legend one more time. So, I mean, I always loved this game. You know, this is one of the 2 games that got me into Final Fantasy, into role-playing games in general. Not even just video role-playing games, but, you know, tabletop, anything of that nature. I mean, between the original Final Fantasy and this game, this is what did it. You know, these 2 games... Can you say they're the best games in the series? I don't know. Maybe. Everybody has their own thing. Everybody has their own thing. You know, everybody's going to have their own theory. Everyone's going to have their own belief. For me, this is the best one. It's my favorite, I should say. As a game, I think 6, 3 in the US is better. But I think this does more with less. So the big whale returns to the sea. And now we get some where are they nows. We get some where are they nows. You know, Porum still training in Mysidia with the Elder. Palom still running off, being a dick. Loves the ladies. Bragging to him. Obviously, if you play After Years, you know who the little girl is that he is bragging to. Porum's still punching him around. Drags him back. Yep. I don't know why the Elder doesn't, you know, scold Porum there, though, for, you know, kind of rubbing it in a little. Alright, so here's Edge. He's the king now, because obviously his parents are dead. Chancellor is, you know, kind of lecturing him, telling him, this is what you gotta do. You gotta be like this, you gotta be like that. You can't do this, you can't do that. Edge don't care. You know, Edge, he's a player. Yeah. He is what he is. He is what he is. I like Edge. He's searching, but he can't find anyone better than Rydia. And, you know, honestly, look at the world of Final Fantasy IV. There isn't a girl better than Rydia. There's just not in that whole world. So, hey, you know, you gotta feel for Edge. Chancellor chases after, I guess, the Chamberlain. Speaking of Rydia, here she is back in the Land of the Summoned Monsters, just hanging out, you know. Why not? Bridging the gap between human and monster. Consoling baby monsters. Why not? You know, why not be a great and wonderful person? Why not be an ambassador between worlds, essentially, that she is? Leviathan, a little bit of a lecher, but hey, you know. He gets a little twist in. I like how the game uses the little spin around to kind of indicate, hey, people are wacky. Ugh. She talks to Cecil somehow, or, you know. Yang is the king now of Fabul. The king just chills out with him. You know, hey, why not? You saved the world, dude. You can be king. Why not? Yeah. So Yang's wife, obviously, is the queen now. She doesn't. The game translation is a little messed up. She's the one that says she doesn't like formalities, but Yang gets the line anyway. And, you know, head on out. Do some training. Why not? He's just called the former king. Doesn't even get a name. That's alright. Edward, working on rebuilding Damcian. You know, I gotta give credit. Credit where it's due. Edward, in the end, as a player character, sucks. But as a character in the game, actually pretty interesting. I mean, think about the journey that this guy goes on from being a complete waste of time bard that hides behind everybody, can't do anything himself, saves the party in the battle with the Dark Elf. Now here he is, you know, rebuilding his kingdom. I gotta give him credit. Good for you. Good for you, Edward. Maybe he learns to be a real king. Maybe he does. I'm fine with that. Down in the underground, King Giat. They're working on rebuilding the castle. Good for them, you know. I don't know how much damage it really took, but they're rebuilding it. So one guy's complaining there's not enough material. Sorry, I know this ending, so I'm jumping the gun a little, but he's complaining. And Giat says, you know what? Psh, there's no war anymore, you know? There's no more war. Get rid of the tanks. Use that. And I was like, oh, okay. Psh, never thought of that. Lolly-ho. Luca happily wonders what's going on, because that way Giat can say, oh, hey, Cecil's going to be the king of Baron. Marion Rosa, she'll be the queen. Awesome stuff. And they get to go. So that's even better, right? You need dwarves. Lolly-ho. Another dude comes up. You're a lazy dude, Giat. Lolly-ho. Kane up on Mount Ordeals. Got his helmet off, so now you know he's blonde if you didn't know. Ah. But he doesn't feel worthy. He's got to do what he's got to do. We won't see him again for a long, long time. And so, one last look in. At the observatory. Oh, snap. You thought I was going somewhere else. But no, observatory. So they're looking through the telescope. And oh, hey. Look at the moon. And for some reason, looking through the telescope gives us this third-person view of the Earth, even though you couldn't possibly see the Earth from this perspective from the Earth. But for us to be able to understand what's going on, we gotta see it this way. Also, how does it orbit the sun this fast? I'm gonna call bullshit on that. Okay, artistic license. So anyway, one of the moons, the Lunarian moon, it just flies off on its own. Boom, done. See you guys later. And now, one last look in on Baron. Cecil and Rosa push the twin beds together. Because it's a 1950s sitcom. You can't have a king bed, even if you're the king. And here we go. This is it. This is the end. Sid comes to get them. It's time for, I guess, the wedding, kinging ceremony. I don't know what you want to call it. And of course it's playing the prologue, so it's hard for me to talk over because I just like to hear it. And everyone's coming. And of course Cecil, you know, as the moon left, he heard Golbez say goodbye. Edge comes in first. He puts the moves on Rosa because he is Edge. And why not? Just doing his part for, you know, country-to-country relations. Giat and Luca. And Luca, you know, wants to get an eyeful of Cecil as well. In comes good old Yang. He's solemn and dignified because he's awesome. Gets his gang on. Palom and Porum. Palom's awesome. Goes and hops in the throne. Porum punches him one more time. Why not? In comes the Elder. Hey, Palom goes and checks out Luca. Why not? You know? Palom, I told you, he loves the ladies. Edward. He's a king too, so he's like, alright. Been there, done that. And Rydia. Edge can't even look at him. Look at her. She tries, but he, you know, it's tough. It's really the tragedy of this game that, you know, here in the end, the last time they'll see each other for however long. Can't even say one word to each other. Oh well. Area waves. Everyone with the sprites to wave waves. That, at long last, is the end of Final Fantasy Awesome. Here are the credits. At this point, if you were to turn off the video, I won't be mad at you. I don't really have anything else I'm going to say that's of any great importance. I just, you know, thanks if you've watched. Thanks if you've commented. Thanks if you've, you know, had any interaction with this game. You know, not even with me. I don't care. You know, you don't have to. You don't have to come to me and say, "Hey, you know, I love what you've done." Just if you've loved this game, that's enough for me because this really is it. You know, this is the game for me. There's a reason I call it Final Fantasy Awesome, okay? And it's not just in the joking way of, you know, I'm gonna call it Final Fantasy Awesome because other people made fun of the US version and its weirdness and its, you know, cutting out of certain things and its little strange translation issues and this and that and the other. You know, would I have loved a more faithful translation? Would I have been enamored with this game if it had, you know, all the individual items that were dummied out, the commands that weren't used? Would any of that have affected my love of the game? No, it wouldn't. Okay? I can't say I would have loved it more. I can't say I would have loved it less. This game as it is worked for me. And it worked for a lot of other people too. And you can badmouth it if you want. You can say that it's dumbed down. You can say that it's weaker. You can say all of these things if that's what you want to say. But I mean, in the end, this is the game. It kicked off the Super NES era of RPGs. It did so many things that, you know, you couldn't do in a Nintendo game. You couldn't do in like an original Nintendo game for the NES. It defined the Super NES era. It set everything in motion for what you would see in Final Fantasy V and VI. It cemented Final Fantasy as something that I've played for literally decades now. And that even if they don't ever make another one that I like, I'm still going to be playing for decades because I still have these. I still have what's come already. And I can't think of anything better to close on than that. So, I'll see y'all soon. We're going to have a great time finishing out the Solo Thief on Final Fantasy. And we're going to have a great time with Mystic Quest and everything beyond. So, from Final Fantasy Awesome, that's it. But we're still going to keep on going. Good night.